Right now we are on Santiago Island. It's one of the central islands of the archipelago. One of the main attractions here on Santiago is the large colony of marine iguanas. These are the only species in the world that are seagoing iguanas. You know, they have to dive to get down to the algae they eat. That's why they have gone through many adaptations to survive on the islands. One of the major adaptations is having a flat tail and sneezing out salt, because they drink seawater and they eat sea algae, so they have to get rid of the salt somehow, and they do it through the nostrils.
Having seen documentaries for years on them, to actually see them in the flesh, as it were, and sort of stand right beside them has just been unreal for me.
The animals, they're not afraid of people, and one of the reasons is because you know, people haven't been here for too long.
Oystercatchers devouring a crab on rocks, and you can get within a few metres. Just unbelievable.
An oystercatcher killing a crab.
Probably wants to break a leg, and then another one, and another one, and another one. That's what it's trying to do. That's what a bird will do to a small crab. Here you can see lots of Sally light food crabs. As you can see, there's lots of red crabs around here, and you can see some black crabs. Those will be the immature crabs, will be the little ones. That's the way how they protect themselves against some predators.
The afternoon when the boat went out and we got to watch the blue boobies doing their diving, their fishing, was fascinating stuff. They were coming from everywhere. The sky was almost full of boobies everywhere, and bang, they'd hit the water and up they'd pop again like corks, and before you knew it there was another one doing a dive, and there was water splashing everywhere, and we just couldn't get our cameras in action fast enough to get it all on film, but it was just so exciting. We somehow got caught up with the buzz of it all.
The Galápagos for seals that came from the south, along the coast of Chile, held by the Humboldt Current, and got all together here in the Galápagos with the Galápagos sea lions that probably came from the north side, probably from North America, following the Niño Current all the way here to the Galápagos, and this is one of the few places where we find two different species together. So right now we are on Santiago Island on the lava field in Sullivan Bay. You know, this is 10 square kilometers of lava flow, you know, from an eruption in 1905. We can see the two types of lava, the pahoehoe or ropey lava, and the a'a or broken lava. One is more like smooth, you know, lava flow, and the other one is a broken one, very sharp. You know, as a matter of fact, the a'a means that's what it means, you know, sharp. And the other one is smooth, you know, like a rope shape. From, you know, to cover these 10 square kilometers of lava, you know, in about 3 months, according to the experts, you know, the lava must have come out about 3,000 cubic feet a second. That's a lot of lava.
You can picture holding a lava rock that's 4 or 5 kilo, and then multiply this up to 10 kilometres, square kilometres. Just imagine the number of bulldozers it would take to move that. Now the molten rock that has pushed that along, coming from 3,000 degrees, is colossal.
We're now Floreana Island, Cormorant Point. You look behind me, there's a lot of sea turtles' nests. The only species of turtles that nest in the Galápagos is the green sea turtle. And that unfortunately, out of the 200 eggs that each one of the turtles laid, only 2% will survive. Predators, we have the frigate birds, they catch them when they're still in the nest. We also have the great blue heron, when they are they're still in the nest. And then when they run into the water, we got lots of sharks. They're waiting for them to eat them, some fish, and all kinds of animals. They eat them in the ocean.
For me, the Galapagos is an enchanting and a mystical place to be. You've got all the wildlife totally harmoniously living, and the beauty for me is that you could just walk in and be part of it. The heron was on the beach and digging something out of the sand. He must have seen some movement of the turtle nest and dug 2 baby turtles up, and looked like he might have even cracked open the egg, and he just devoured them, shook them up and down, weakened them, and then swallowed them whole. That's part of the food chain, I guess, and that's reality out here. But again, you could walk up to within a couple of metres and watch the whole thing unfold.
All right, look at the Galápagos or Caribbean flamingos. They came all the way from the Caribbean islands. And the population of flamingos in Galápagos total is about 1,200. And they live from the middle part of the archipelago to the west. The reason why they're pink, there's a bacteria that we call that deposit pink stuff in the bottom of the lagoons. On the bottom of the lagoons, and that's when that through the food chain goes all the way to the flamingos, and that's why they had the bright pink feathers. It also is interesting the way they feed. They feed with the beak upside down. And the reason why they feed with the beak upside down is because the upper bill is movable, and the bottom bill is the one that is attached to the skull. They move the head from side to side, letting the water to get from one side of the beak to the other side of the beak, just keeping the shrimp inside their beaks. Okay, please, let's walk toward the post office barrel. Now here on Floreana Island, more than anything else, this is a historical place. Since the whaling's time, probably the late 1700s. Was a captain, American Captain James Colner. They had the idea of putting this barrel over here. So at that time, our communication, was kind of very hard to get. So the only way to get some mail is by leaving some mails here in this post office barrel, and other whalers going home would take this mail for these other people and deliver it for them. Now visitors, to keep the tradition, we leave and take a postcard, So you find a postcard that you can deliver by hand personally, you can take it with you. Also, you want to mail a postcard, you can mail it to yourself, or you can mail it to a friend. You could do that.
Australia, New South Wales, Warrimoo. Any for Wellington. I find it fascinating where everybody's from. A lot of USA ones. Arizona. If this gets to you, it will be a miracle, as it's by pirate post that'll reach you, which means that somebody from Whangarei or New Zealand has gone to the pirate post office in Floreana Island. Who knows, maybe you'll pick it up yourself.
If I love you this much as I am writing this, I can only imagine how much I will love you when we pick this card up. I love you, my wonderful wife. You're a boobie.
Well, I've found one in Auckland, which is not very far from us, and we go to Auckland, so we shall set up our, is it GPS? Is what you call it? And go and find them.
Here you go, Mum. Hope this reaches you.